It was a fall evening. My family and I were out camping at Chester Woods in Eota, Minnesota. The weather wasn't the most cooperative that day, and all of our firewood was wet. We had to get the fires to start in order to eat our delicious meal, hobo dinner, which is a mess of vegetables and meat wrapped in butter and tinfoil. My brother was on the mission. He went around the area and found some pine needles and other items he learned to use when building a fire. How did he know how to build this fire? Boy Scouts was the answer when I asked him. Boy Scouts of America is a wonderful organization that teaches boys the knowledge of survival and other everyday skills to get them to do the best they can be. I know I'm a female, and you may be asking the question, how do you know about this organization? Well, here's your answer. I've been involved in a similar organization, the Girl Scouts of America, for about 14 years, and I've been volunteering for the Boy Scouts for about 9. My family is very dedicated to the organization, and my mother is even one of the only women scoutmasters in Minnesota. I have worked at the Boy Scout Council 3 camp summers, and I've learned many skills I use today. Every person knows a special little boy in his or her life, and this organization can affect that life. It can make him a stronger individual for the future. In my speech, I will discuss the problems with value building in young children around the world, how the Boy Scouts of America help boys build a more successful future, and how a donation to the organization will affect the community and the world. Now we will cover what I've spoken about in the introduction. First, boys in America aren't getting the right educational values needed at a young age. And some of these things are parents are letting boys focus on their technology and their cell phones so much that they don't have the communication skills that they need for, like, in their adult lives for when they get, like, a job. And communication researcher Andrew Hanley stated in PBS November 16, 2006, University Park is a witness to a cellular phenomenon, sweeping it and the nation, where you can see 2 people walking side by side, fully engaged in conversation in their respective cell phones. So that kind of shows where the world's kind of going, and because parents are letting their kids focus on, like, cell phones a way for communication and not just talking face to face with other people, they don't really know how to communicate as they get older. And boys also don't get the experiences to learn about themselves and others. In America, not all parents are involved in their, like, child's lives, so some boys don't get, like, the experiences they need to learn more about themselves and others, so they have more experience for the future and how, like, to be, like, how things work in the world and how to be successful. And also another thing that today that might be different from, like, back in different decades and stuff, like, things are changing, but in schools all that children really learn about is, like, what they're going to study, like, different subjects for school, like math, science, and English and all those subjects, but kids don't really learn values and, like, morals and ethics. So they just don't know, like, they know how to be smart, but they don't know sometimes, like, how to use different skills or, like, how to do things right. Now that we've covered the problems with choices of lifestyle of today's children, We will talk about what Boy Scouts of America gives the boys to help them succeed in the future. Boy Scouts of America is an organization that builds better individuals for the future. And some of the ways that they do this is they use educational activities for lifelong values. And a statistic analysis, Harris Interactive shows results from a study he conducted in book values of Scouts in 2005. Scouting helps youth develop academic skills, self-confidence, ethics, leadership skills, and citizenship skills, and that influence their adult lives. And another quote from his book, men who were Scouts are more likely than those who have never been in Scouts to have higher levels of education, have higher earnings, and to own their own homes. And he also uses, there's like a Boy Scout law, and they go through different words to like that the boys have to follow. And some of the things he used those words to kind of like incorporate like how that word from the law helped them with their life today and how it helped them succeed. So first, and he did all these like statistical like analysis with people, like he did polls and he took information and from people like everywhere, from Scouts and non-Scouts, and he found like different information that he noticed that Scouts had better different things than people that weren't Scouts. So first, from the law, a Scout is trustworthy, and this word to different Scouts was a meaning. It meant Scouting always taught them to always be honest, and it helped them develop dependability and following through on tasks they set. So the trustworthy part kind of plays more into like when they got older, they could succeed better in like jobs and stuff because they could be trustworthy and dependable. And a Scout is loyal, and a Scout values their country and family, and they tend to have more close relationships, which kind of brings them a key like to more happiness. And it seems that Scouts also have more ability to work as a team because it's kind of values that are taught in Scouts. And a Scout is helpful, and they show commitment to help others through their actions and help others accomplish goals. And a Scout is friendly, and a Scout is always taught to get along with others. And a Scout is courteous. This is a big thing. They respect adults, elders, and people they work with. So it's not just respecting your elders. You have to respect your peers in order to get along with your coworkers or people that you're going to work with in the future. And a Scout is kind. They care for other people.